Hi, Collective. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, you guys. Welcome back into the channel. So, this is our unsent letters, no contact message. What I'm actually going to do is pull messages that were maybe unspoken, unsaid, unknown, in efforts to fill in the gaps, to bring some level of closure regarding a situation with a person who is either no longer in your life on the physical because they have passed, or just someone you've been in no contact with for a certain amount of time. But the goal is to give some clarity, maybe provide some closure, tap into those unspoken words of the heart, and also, collective, give you some gentle words of encouragement. If this is something you are still struggling with because you have not been able to get the answers that you've been longing for, you've been seeking, hopefully this will help. All right. Welcome back, all of my current followers and subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support of the channel. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the Cash Apps, for the Venmos, for the purchases on Etsy from the shop. It's appreciated to the point of not being able to explain. So thank you guys so much. All the incoming followers and subscribers, welcome to the channel. So glad that you found us. I hope that the message is helpful for you as well. Don't forget, once you hit the subscription button, to select the arrow, select the drop down and hit all, just so you don't miss any of the other messages that I do post, as I do touch on other topics as well that might be useful for you. All right, collective. What are those hidden thoughts, unspoken words that you never got to hear from the person you are no longer in contact with? What was missed? What never had a chance to be spoken? I thought we had more time. So this seems to have been a situation for some of you guys that possibly ended very abruptly. I feel like it left you heartbroken, unclear as to why a connection that seemed to go so well could end so suddenly. I feel like you constantly sit and contemplate on the connection, again, because there were so many things that you never got to say, thoughts that repeat in your head that you wish you would have spoken out loud when they were with you. And now that you know that you won't have a chance, time seems to move slowly. Time, time, time. Time was always a factor in your relationship. Maybe there never seemed to be enough time really ever between the two of you. Somebody was always busy, always traveling, always doing something. So time was something that could have been taken for granted, was not cherished as it should have been. And now you wish there was more time to go back. There's a sadness, a regret. I just want you to be happy, even if it's not with me. For some of you guys, you had a person that loved you dearly, admired you, thought you were the bee's knees. But unfortunately, they could not give you what you desired from them. They could not give you a true connection. They could not give you the time that you deserved. Maybe in this particular situation, their job kept them away from you. Maybe they were in the military. Maybe, they just had a job that required constant travel. And the person loved you enough to set you free because they want to see you happy, even if it's not with them, even as much as they love and care for you. They would never want to hold you back, keep you from happiness. It's still heartbreaking, especially if there was real love between the two of you. But this person respected you enough to let you go. For some of you guys, you were in a situation with someone who made your heart sing, gave you the sweetest dreams, but the reality of a situation was much more harsh. This could have been a situation where you felt love bombed. They made you feel as if they were going to give you the world, but in reality, their intentions were not to sacrifice anything for the connection. This left you shattered. This could be something you're still heartbroken about even today. You possibly question yourself if you were inadequate. I'll give you the answer. The answer is no. This has nothing to do with you. You were dealing with someone who was not able to commit, was not able to open their heart fully, was not able to appreciate love in its true authenticity because unfortunately they had never experienced it. This is why they were able to say the right things, make you feel the right feelings, but their actions never matched their words. There was never any follow through. They were working based off survival and learned behavior, not true emotions. So they could not understand when your heart was breaking or when you were feeling shattered. What you're searching for may not be what you truly want. Yeah, I feel like you were searching for a person, a persona that just didn't exist in this person. Again, their words, the breadcrumbs, the love bombs, it made you feel all of those butterflies, all of those amazing feelings that someone should feel when they are in love. But unfortunately, they were just words, surface level, not filled with any depth. So they fell short. So what you were looking for was not something this person could provide you. Some of you guys wish you could erase this person from your memory. It was a failed relationship with a brutal end that almost broke you. Some of you guys, it did break you. Some of you guys are still in recovery because of this situation. And it doesn't matter how long it's been. It was such a hard break. that you wish you could just bury the memory. If this is what you are feeling, collective, I feel as if you need to forgive yourself for the situation. Especially if you gave all that you could give in the situation, you did the best that you could in the situation. It takes two people to make a connection work. So, as much as you maybe overgave, there was nothing that you could have done differently to make the other person give back to you equally if they didn't choose to do so. It had nothing to do with your worth as a person. Your heart was not wrong, because to give is to love. To be connected with another person means sharing all of you. But unfortunately, it does not mean that the other person is required to give back. It seemed like it was a very ugly ending. Maybe it was an ending that was necessary in order to save your life, your emotions, especially if there was any type of abuse. Because some of you guys really truly felt broken and maybe still feel broken in certain ways. I feel like time can heal if you take the steps to work through some of those emotions. But sometimes things leave such a harsh imprint that they're not easily forgotten. I feel like this person changed you to the core. Your belief in love, your willingness to trust. And you wish that they didn't have such an impact on you, but they do, or they did. What if we tried? I wish I had the chance to love you, but for now, all I can say is that I have love in my heart for you. For some of you guys, you have a person who wants a second chance. They realize that you were the flowers in their garden, the reason why the world had color. You made them feel childlike in spirit anytime you guys were together. But at the time, they were not emotionally mature enough to appreciate how rare and precious that was, the connection really was. And so you got tired and had to walk away. Some of you guys ran because you were emotionally exhausted. You were tired of not feeling sure about how they really felt about you, because even though the feelings ran deep, they didn't show you. They were not ready to be vulnerable for you. They feared that opening up to you would allow you to have a level of control over them, and they were not ready to give away their power to you. But again, they just didn't realize how rare and precious the connection truly was at the time. So now they long for a second chance. Yeah. You deserve better. You deserve more. The harsh reality is, collective, for some of you guys, if they wanted to call or text you, they would. If they wanted to do nice things for you, they would. If they wanted to spend time with you, guess what? They would. If they want to love you, they would. And if they wanted to make excuses, they will. If they wanted to spend time elsewhere, they will. If they wanted to lie to you, they will. And if they wanted to cheat on you, they will. Because again, like I said, no matter how much you want to give to them, love them unconditionally so they can see you, if they were not willing to give those same things back to you, you were always going to be heartbroken because everybody has a choice. No matter what your heart space feels or says, even theirs, if they chose to ignore it, if they chose not to act upon it because they wanted to do other things, it means that they didn't deserve you. It means that they were not ready for you. No matter how good the chemistry felt in those rare moments of true connection, there was a lack of compatibility, a lack of respect for the connection. So you deserve better and you deserve more. And I hope this is something you have realized, collective. I won't lie, I still check up on you sometimes. For some of you guys, you have someone that still watches you through social media, any of your platforms, if you have one. If you don't, they ask about you or get bits and pieces of information about you through mutual friends or people that you guys both used to know. But even though they knew that they could not treat you in the way that you deserve, they still watch you. They love the pictures that you post. They wish they could go with you on your vacations or your adventures. They watch you with your family, your friends. They love to see how you are doing. But they may never tell you that. For some of you, you guys were dealing with someone who thought you would always be there, no matter how bad they treated you, no matter how much they disrespected you, no matter how much they left you unread, ghosted you, no matter how ugly their behavior towards you was. Their ego and their pride and their narcissism assumed that you would never walk away until one day you did. And you never turned back. This is still a regret. This is why they watch you from a distance with no words to say, because what could they say, collective? I'm sorry for treating you like shit and not appreciating you when I had you, but now I want you back. I want you to give me a second chance, even though I know you deserve better than me. That may fall on deaf ears. So this is a harsh lesson that some of them are learning. For some of you guys, you were the right people at the wrong time. You were dealing with someone who was emotionally immature. I was just a foolish kid who was handed the flawless pearl too early in life. And this could be someone in their 30s, 40s, or 50s, collective, but they didn't have the right mindset, the right emotional intelligence, the right accountability, the right eyes to truly see the precious gem that you were. For some of you guys, they used to give you pink roses, or you love the color pink. Pink and green is significant. My broken spirit and the masks I hide behind. My carefully crafted vision of self, the beast that lived inside me. There's a monster in me, or maybe It's that I am the monster. For some of you guys, you dealt with someone who didn't have any level of individuality. They were a chameleon. They had a mask for every situation, for every day of the year, to the point where they didn't even know who they were. And in those moments of frustration and realizing that they were not authentic, they lashed out towards you, they gaslit you, they made you feel like you were not worthy of them, of their time, of their presence, as if you were a burden on them, nagging them all the time, trying to talk about your emotions and your feelings. That did not deserve their ear. They made you question your own inner beauty, your intelligence. But the reality was they saw you as too beautiful, something that they didn't even deserve because they didn't even know who they were. They didn't even see themselves as beautiful or valuable. It was all a facade that they projected onto you. This is something they still think of even today. I erased every trace of you except in my mind. For some of you guys, you have someone from your past who tried so hard and is still trying to get rid of thoughts of you. They erased, threw away every memory, but unfortunately, you still live rent free in their mind. There is nothing that they can do to remove that memory of you because they have feelings of guilt because they know that they did not leave the situation in a good way. They know that they did not treat you in the way that you deserved. They know that they lost a true treasure, a treasure that they threw in the trash long ago. They know that they can never get back. So, what were those hidden feelings in their heart, in your heart collective at the time? At the time, collective, you felt like together you guys were unbreakable. This is why you were so heartbroken at the sudden loss, at the disrespectful behavior, the unspoken words and feelings. Because as hard as you tried to connect with them on a deeper level, they pushed you away, they self-sabotaged the connection. They made you feel as if you were inadequate, as if your words had no meaning or were not meaningful to them. While you saw the connection as being something that could be broken, you wanted to nurture your love connection with them. You wanted to nurture them to become a more nurturing and emotional person. You tried to change someone who was so used to being narcissistic and wearing masks that you didn't realize that you were setting yourself up for failure. While they enjoyed your efforts to change them into somebody they knew you could never change them into. For some of you guys, you wish that you could rebuild what you lost with this past person. Some of you guys still have thoughts of them, some feelings of nostalgia, and them towards you as well. Because I feel like it's easier to remember the good parts of the connection because it's so heartbreaking to think of the truth of the situation. I feel like some of you guys are still going back and forth and trying to decide if this was truly a toxic connection or if it was just a matter of somebody needing more grace. At the end of the day, the story still is the same. They did not treat you in the way that you deserve. You were not respected or treasured. They were not emotionally available to you. So even in the good moments, they were not good enough to hold the connection together. I'm choosing healing over hurt. This is what you are actively doing, collective, which I commend you for, because so many people never choose to heal from heartbreak. They choose to hold on to the bitterness, and they allow the negative emotions to linger, to turn to resentment, to turn into revenge, vengeance. And they end up holding on to the heartbreak, never allowing love to come back in, never receiving the love that they truly deserve because they cannot let go of the past. So choosing healing over hurt, you are winning, even if it hurts. With you, I feel protected and cherished. These were your hidden feelings. These were even their hidden feelings. But again, they didn't realize how rare that actually was. Now, for some of you guys, you or them are lost in uncertainty. Again, with no closure, you still wonder what happened, why it happened. But the bottom line is, collective, at the end of the day, sometimes you have to choose you. You have to choose to heal for yourself. Why did you put yourself in a connection where you were not receiving equal give and take? There is a reason, there is a lesson. Even amongst the pain, there is a level of wisdom to be found. So that the next time you use your discernment, you can spot those same repeated patterns, those same types of behavior that broke your heart over and over and over again, and not choose them again. You need to feel safe, protected, and cherished within yourself. Some of you guys need to work on learning to trust yourself more. Because some of you guys felt alone even when you were with this person. Let me give you some words of encouragement to help you continue with your healing. Moving forward from heartbreak is not easy. For some, it may seem impossible, but it isn't. But it is an active choice. You never want to miss out on the rest of your life dwelling on something that you cannot go back and change. Right now is a time to focus on making yourself feel whole again, because that's only something you can do. No one else can do that for you. My wholeness includes all the pieces I once disowned. Like I said, you gave away parts of yourself for this person in efforts to make them whole, but in turn, you lost yourself. It's time for you to find your wholeness again. There is light holding you, even when you can't see it, collective. You are protected. There is light still inside you that's right now maybe just covered by your shadow, by your feelings, your emotions, things you have a hard time letting go of, but loosen your grip a little bit more each day. The more that you focus on self-care and self-love, the better you will feel about you. And the better you feel about you, the easier it will be to let go of those hurt feelings. The easier it will be to forgive yourself for situations that you only have 50% control over, because you could never control the other person in a situation. It's not too late. It's never too late. You are on soul's time. You are healing in the time frame that is right for you. Some people need more time. Your soul knows how much time it needs. And as long as you are an active participant in your healing, you will heal, collective. And now the love that you longed for so long, it lives within you, collective. It is up to you to find that bright light within you, to bring yourself back to light, to find that passion within yourself. Because even when you are aching, you are growing pains. This is something that you can heal from, that you can learn to let go. Some of you guys have gotten on the other side of this, and I commend you for that, because it meant you accepted the choices that you made. You acknowledged your own flaws. You found the broken pieces of your own heart, of your own soul, the pieces that you disowned and gave away to others, and you took it back and put it back together against your own puzzle. So find your love within yourself and understand that every time you feel an ache, it is a chance for growth. It serves a purpose. The pain serves a purpose. All right, collective, this is what I have for you. Please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. But until next time, you guys.